video, I will be giving you the solutions to some of your questions from graphs and algebra. Now the equation x squared over 2 plus 1 over x squared minus 2 over x is equal to 3x plus 1 can be written as x to the power 4 plus ax cubed plus bx squared plus ax plus 2 is equal to 0. Find the values of a, b and c. So they have asked you to find the values of a, b and c, and what is given as an equation. So let's try to rearrange and simplify this to get an expression, an equation in this form. Now here you can see it's a complete quadratic equation which is given here. The power of x, the highest power of x is 4. As step 1, I'll try to bring in a single denominator here by combining all these fractions. So I'll find the lowest common multiple. I have 2x squared and x. So my LCM here is going to be 2x squared. Those who are not sure of how I got this 2x squared, let me just show this to you. These are the three denominators that I have, 2x squared and x. So I'll start with 2, 1. Remaining terms just stay as x. So again 1 time, it's an x, so x times. Again I need an x to get 1 here. So this is the LCM, which is 2x squared. I have 2 here. I need an x squared, so I'll multiply x squared in the numerator and denominator here. In the second fraction, I have x squared. I need is a 2, so I'll multiply with 2 in the numerator and denominator. I have x, so the remaining that I need is a 2x, so I'll multiply with 2x. So that I get 2x squared as the denominator, and here it's a 2x. So now my denominator is 2x squared, and here I have x squared multiplied by x squared, which is x to the power 4. I don't tend to write it. Some students may write it as 2x squared. No, it's multiplication here and not addition. And in this case you add the powers, so this is wrong. You have to write x to the power 4 plus 1 times 2, 2, negative 2 times 2x, so it's going to be 4x is equal to 3x plus 1. So my step 1 is done. Step 2 for me will be cross multiplication by taking this denominator to the other side. X to the power 4 plus 2 minus 4x is equal to 2x squared multiplied by 3x plus 1. Let me expand it. So x to the power 4 plus 2 minus 4x is equal to 2x squared multiplied by 3x. So I'm multiplying the whole 2x squared with 3x. So it's going to be 6x cubed plus 2x squared times 1 is 2x squared. Step 3. Now we are very close to the answer. You can see that there is x to the power 4. You can see x to the power 3, x to the power 2. So all that we need is some rearrangement, shifting all the terms to the left hand side to get a 0 on the right hand side. So that is step 3. So rearranging, I have x to the power 4 minus, so plus 6x cubed on the other side becomes minus 6x cubed. Yeah, I have a plus 2x squared becomes minus 2x squared. I already have a minus 4x and a plus 2 equal to 0. So I have followed the order where I have the highest power of x, then the next. So it's a decreasing order. Why? Because it's the same way which is given in the question. Now let's compare it with this. Plus ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus 2 equal to 0. Comparing the terms, your question is to find the value for a, b and c. So looking into this part, your a is going to be -6. B is compared to -2x squared, so B is going to be -2, and C here is going to be -4. Moving on to the next question. Now again, this question is similar to the previous one. You can just pause the video and try to do it by yourself and then check whether the answer is right. Now this diagram shows a sketch of y equals 24 plus 5x minus x squared. They have asked you to find the values of a, b and c. So they want a, b and c. So first let me just rearrange this equation. Y is equal to minus x squared plus 5x plus 24. So from the last value, the constant, you can easily identify c, because c stands for the y-intercept, and here you get it as 24. Now the next part is to find a and b. Looking at the graph, we can see that this is the point on the x-axis. So you're going to find the coordinate b where the y value here is equal to 0. Same is the case here. This is going to be a comma 0, so the y value is 0. So if you find, or if you equate this equation, negative x squared plus 5x plus 24 is equal to 0, and solve this quadratic equation to find the value for x. For sure you'll have two values for x, so a and b. So here my product is going to be minus 24, and my sum here is plus 5. The two numbers which will give me a product of negative 24 and a sum of plus 5 are positive 8 and minus 3. So you can see when you add them you get a plus 5, and when you multiply you get a negative 24. So minus x squared plus 8x minus 3x plus 24 is equal to 0. Now you have the factorized form, from which you can see x minus 8 is equal to 0, or minus x minus 3 equals 0. So here x is equal to 8, or you can see negative x equals 3, so x is equal to negative 3. Now from the axis you can make sure that the negative value should be a, because it's to the left of the origin. So a is going to be negative 3 and b here is going to be 8. Now you can factorize in your own way and find the answer. Now this question has nothing to do with the previous question that we solved. This is entirely new one, and this is also a graph-based question, and this is the part which was confusing for most of the students. Now by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation negative 1 plus 9 over 2. Now if you check these two functions, now this is the function which you have already plotted. If you look at the first part of the question, you can see that this is the function that you had, which is 3 plus 4x minus x squared. And now you are asked to solve this equation. So how can we find the straight line suitable to solve this equation? Okay, I'll start from what we have. I have minus 1 plus, let me write this 9 over 2 as 4.5x minus x squared equals 0. So, and now let me start comparing. I have minus x squared, yes. Now here I have 4x, here I have 4.5x. So now let me just split it. Minus 1 plus 4x plus 0.5x minus x squared equals 0. Now I have the 4x term. What is left is a plus 3, but here I just have minus 1. So how can I get a plus 3 there? I will add 4 to both the sides of the equation. So this equation will become 3 plus 4x plus 0.5x minus x squared equals 4. So now you can see that I have all the terms which are actually present in my original function equation, the parabola that I have drawn. So I just keep them on the left hand side. It's the same thing, all the three terms, I keep them here and switch all the remaining terms to the other side. So finally I will get 3 plus 4x minus x squared is equal to 4 minus 0.5x. Now this plus 0.5x shifting to the other side, I got minus. So this function is already drawn, and this is the straight line that you're going to draw. And the meeting point of these two functions, the meeting point of your straight line with the parabola gives you the solution for x. Now in this video, I'm only helping you to rearrange the given question into the required function and to find the straight line equation that you have to draw. Now if you find this method difficult and the rearrangement is confusing for you, let me give you a method too. Now in this case, going back to the question, now you have this equation. The parabola that you have already drawn has the equation 3 plus 4x minus x squared. Now what you will do is that you will add all of these terms on both the sides of the given equation. So which means minus 1 plus, now 9 over 2, I'll write it as 4.5x minus x squared. Now I'm going to add plus 3 plus 4x minus x squared on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'll add the whole expression on both the sides. Now you'll simplify this equation in such a form that you will only have this term on the left hand side, okay, So you shift all the terms to the right and then you simplify. So let me do that. 3 plus 4x minus x squared is equal to 3 plus 4x minus x squared. Shifting these terms to the other side, I have plus 1 plus 4.5 to the other side, it becomes minus 4.5x. And here you have a minus x squared, to the other side it becomes a plus x squared. Make sure that you keep this part as it is, because this is the parabola that you have already drawn. And you simplify only this part. You have a minus x squared and a plus x squared. You have 3 and plus 1, giving you a 4. You have 4x plus 4x and minus 4.5x, giving you a negative 0.5x. So this is 3 plus 4x minus x squared, and this is the straight line that you have to draw. Now again, this is entirely a different question, not connected to the previous one. These are all parts of the questions from graphs which students have shared and for which they want a solution. The equation y equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x can be written as y equals x times x minus a the whole square. Find the value of a. Now you have two equations given to you, y equals x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x, and you have y equals x multiplied by x minus a the whole square. So equating these two, I can write x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x is equal to x multiplied by x minus a the whole square. Now for those students who did not understand why am I writing it like this, c is equal to a and c is equal to b, then you can just say a is equal to b. So that's what I did here. Taking x as the common factor, so x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to x multiplied by x minus a the whole square. I'll just cancel these x from both the sides, and this can be written as x squared minus 2 times x plus 2 squared. Now this is the identity that I have used, which is a minus b the whole square is equal to a square minus 2 times a times b plus b square. So this is my b square, so my b is going to be 2. 2 square gives me 4. X is my a and this is my b. So this is what I have done. And I can finally write it as x minus 2 the whole square is equal to x minus a the whole square. So comparing the values, the value for a is equal to 2. Now this is another question which is similar to the previous one. You have to write x squared plus 4x plus 1 in the form x plus b the whole square plus q. So here you will be completing the square method. X squared plus 4x plus 1. Now since it is a plus here, so we are using the identity a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now here the 2ab term here is 4x, so it's 2 times x times b giving you 4x. So the question is to find what is b. So it is just 4 divided by 2 giving you 2. Or if you can see the coefficient of x squared, the first term is 1, you can straight away divide this term by 2, giving you the value for b as 2. So x squared plus 4x plus b square, so my b is 2, so plus b square is going to be 2 square, and at the same time, since you're adding a term, you have to subtract the same, and then you have the plus 1 that just follows. Now you can see this is of the form x plus 2 the whole square minus This is just 4 plus 1, and you can write it as x plus 2 the whole square minus 4 plus 1, giving you a minus 3. Now this form is apt. This is x plus p the whole square minus 3. So you can say p here is taking the value 2 and q is taking the value minus 3.